As I said, the president fired the woman who was running the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Number one, please. Here's the Wall Street Journal headline. It's currently leading a lot of news websites, including the Wall Street Journal. Earlier this morning, the data came out. The president didn't like the data, and rather than just swallow the data, he decided to fire her. I got to say, put up the Journal headline when you can, please. Number one, I have to say, if you know Donald Trump, this shouldn't surprise you in the least. He doesn't like her, and it's true. The making of government data is not it's not some science, right? There's variables involved, but most presidents wouldn't fire the head of the government agency if they didn't like the data. So do we have number one to put up, or is it going
It's up?
It's up, but for some reason I'm not seeing it.
I'm trying to figure that out. It's up.
Let's see. Okay. There it is. Trump orders firing of statistics chief after weak jobs data. Here's a picture, number two, of Erica. Interesting last name, McAntifer. There she is. And here is Donald Trump on Truth Social explaining. This is number three, please. 2 slides. First one, explaining why I fired her. Well, I'm never going to be able to read that. I can tell you that. Let's see if I can make it bigger.
Me either.
Big enough that I can read it. I can't read that. Anyway, he fired her and he accused her of being basically partisan. So, Selena, what do you think of this? What do you think of the president's decision to fire the government official in charge of the stats because he didn't like the stats?
To your point, not shocking. To a point that we rarely get to in discussing American politics. I think there's nuance there. What's the nuance? Well, you look at the jobs reports that came out under Biden, and then would revise. So they were never ever what they initially came out to be. Not, I shouldn't say never, but there was always sort of a walk back, right? And people saw that and they noted that, and it is just one of those, just tiny layers of things that people believe are rigged, right? There is a foot on the scale or a thumb on the scale, whatever way you may think of it. And so I'm not surprised. And the nuance to me is, well, this is how people are going to look at it.
Okay, that's a great explanation. And here's an explanation from someone else who knows Donald Trump well. This is number 4, Donald Trump explaining his decision.
Job report today were rigged.
I think so. And if you look at before the election, the same kind of thing happened. And I think you'll see some very interesting information come out. But you have to have honest reports. And when you look at those numbers, or when you look at just before the election, and then after the election, they corrected it by 800,000 or 900,000 jobs. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, he made my point.
Yeah, I knew the two of you would be like-minded about this.